Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to be doing floors 16 through 20 of this Warden run that we've been working on for a little bit. And you're oh, we got a cursing trap. That's pretty unfortunate. Our Assassin's Blade is now cursed. Always really unhappy to get hit by those. I think that's one of the short of like a disintegration trap or a grim trap, which I don't think those can be hidden. So the cursing trap might be the worst hidden trap to get hit by, in my opinion. It's certainly the one that costs you the most resources. Okay, we have a lot that we can do with these plants since we're Warden. So we're gonna go ahead and get a sneak attack on that enemy there. It's also real nice that we can see through all of this grass too, which makes this spawn of room very, very powerful as a kill room for me. Yeah, even though we've got projecting on that enemy there, I think we should be able to just kill him with the bow from out of line of sight the entire time, which is, yeah, very strong to be able to do. So we're gonna take our time in this room. Go ahead and trample furrow every piece of grass to get all of the possible seeds and dewdrops, and hopefully more enemies will wander in while we're hanging out in that room of incredible Warden spawn. So that's another Yingvei scroll that's dropped as a reward from the Ring of Wealth. Which I guess the first one was in a different video, so technically that doesn't make sense unless you've been watching the series. But I don't know. Hopefully people are watching the all of the episodes in my runs rather than. I guess it's not a problem if people are just watching like one-offs of some of the floors that are in each run. It's kind of surprising. I guess the second zombie didn't see us, so he was just following his partner as his partner was getting knocked back by the elastic effect. That's pretty funny. Looks like we got the same thing there. I think that second zombie didn't see us until... Yeah, the second zombie didn't see us. So this obfuscation is actually working out real well. And we're still absolutely cruising through this floor, despite the fact that we're on nothing but a blacksmithed piece of armor and found gear otherwise. So we're I don't know, we're gonna get to the end of the game, and I'm gonna that's gonna be my thing that I do to make this run interesting. Is I'm just never gonna spend my upgrade scrolls at all. That's unlikely to actually be the case. I like to get like the glaive or whatever other weapon up to the max upgrade level. I find a lot of fun in doing that. So we're gonna try to do the same thing to this mimic over here and just shoot him down from out of line of sight. We're gonna get pretty unlucky on the elastic procs overall. Ooh, okay. Elastic made a resurgence at the end there, and we didn't have to do any of the fighting in melee. Let's see, that's another item that's on a trap, which makes us glad we have telekinetic grabs. Unfortunately, elastic is not going to be able to help us out because the zombie's partner is the thing that's immediately blocking it from behind. Ooh, this is double bad. How do we want to handle this? Not by walking into more zombies. This is going from bad to worse. We're gonna kite our train of zombies around for a while. Let's see. We don't really have any AoE in our equipped items. We've got a potion of poison gas, which we could probably use to kill them. This is a weakening trap, unfortunately, not something that's going to create any kind of dangerous gas cloud, and we don't have any plants up there that are relevant. I guess I could probably use a Seed of Sorrow Moss to get a lot of damage off on a couple of them. That's what we might do, actually. We're gonna... Yeah, we're gonna try this. So we're gonna plant the Seed of Sorrow Moss, get imbued with toxicity, and we've got 14 turns of being immune to poison, but poisoning everything around us. So luckily our armor's good enough, they're not doing any real damage to us. So we should be able to get those kills. Now we do have to be careful. We're actually going to lose our immunity to that poison, so we don't want to dawdle in it. We do want to make sure we're running out of it by the time that the imbued with toxicity effect ends. Then those zombies shouldn't be too hard. We're gonna, let's see, we'll throw a bow fragment there and keep that door open. Fortunately, we did wake up the first one, but we, since his buddy isn't aggroed, we can get paralysis with the elastic effect. That's really not ideal that the warlock stepped up and got in the way. We're kind of bummed that that happened. Hopefully we can get this kill without taking too much damage from the... Though it looks like the second zombie is confused on how to reach me, so we're not terribly upset about that. Hopefully we can get this... That's really not good that another warlock spawned on me there. I think we're going to go ahead and make a sunfruit and eat a sunfruit real quick, which will get some stuff out of our inventory, but also solve our current HP and hunger problem that we're having. Excuse me. I think I am getting some kind of cold or something right now. It is certainly showing up in my voice. I'm wondering if I even post these recordings or if I just delete them and try to do another Warden run when I'm not coughing into the mic for half of the videos. There's probably a secret door roughly here somewhere. Yeah, there we go. And we know that because not guaranteed or anything, but the shape of this hallway indicated that there was probably a connection being made there. It's a toxic gas potion. Overall, pretty happy with the way that the Seed of Sorrow Moss worked there as well, so we'll have to keep that in mind as an option in the future. So I think we hit that zombie? Yeah, so we should be able to just get them both down now. It's actually kind of nice that they're staggering how they got paralyzed, so we can, yeah, get both of them low before shooting any kill shots, which... not real happy about projecting zombies. That's, definitely one of my less favorite affixes to deal with. How do I want to do this? I'm kind of afraid that I probably won't be able to... If I step on top of them to fight, then I'm probably going to get into a situation where I have one attacking me from either side. But I guess I have enough consumables that we can just... Like, if that happens, hopefully we won't... we can just get lucky and not have to deal or beep on it. And we did get pretty lucky. A combination of our armor and rolling a bunch of good dodges. So... We'll take the Frost Wand free kill on the Fire Elemental there. Actually be able to make use of these chilling darts that I laughed at because we already had a Frost Wand, but I guess in that situation where we get back-to-back Fire Elementals, we're happy that we have the... Oh, we got 2 Frost Potions out of that from the Ring of Wealth, too. That's kind of funny. We're going to have absolutely no problem killing Fire Elementals for the foreseeable future. And... That's a use I'm actually pretty happy with the tipped darts, is getting free kills on elemental enemies with their type weakness that I hadn't thought of before. So I'll have to I don't know if like lightning elementals have a type weakness or not. I off the top of my head I couldn't guess at what it is the way you can with the fire and the ice elementals, but looks like those zombies are just gonna not notice us somehow. So we'll start, hopefully, we moved too far, and we failed to get the, Oh, and we've got another stack of zombies. We're going right back to having problems with this room, because too many zombies spawned at the same time. Luckily, this is going to prevent them from respawning in a way that is dangerous to me. So... Unfortunately, the one that lost track of us is actually becoming a huge problem because it's allowing the other zombies to respawn by Well, that one, it finally decided to run away. So that was kind of an obnoxious set of 4 zombies. The zombies are always fun because when there's 1, they're completely trivial. When there's 2, they're a little bit harder, but still pretty easy. But when there's 4, they get way more difficult than 2 sets of 2 zombies would be. They seem to scale geometrically with the number of mobs that are around in terms of their difficulty. I think we can avoid getting hexed here. Yeah, we can avoid getting hexed here. Unfortunately, that's going to put us right into melee range of a couple of zombies. But that hasn't proven to be too dangerous so far. Our armor's proven to be good enough to not worry about that too much. We're going to go ahead and fill out point blank here, just to make sure that our tipped darts and our bow are always an option. And that's also largely because we're not staying at full health to take advantage of the dew shielding talent pretty much ever. So that might be a good talent, but the way that I'm playing currently, we're not going to be able to make a whole lot of use of it, so I'm just skipping it. Seed of Fade Leaf. Fade Leaf's pretty good. I think that gives me an invisibility effect. We've got a levitation. Let's see. We don't have any seeds of Stormvine. And we don't actually know. We know that these 2 potions are paralytic gas and levitation, the unidentified ones, so we'll just go ahead and start drinking them. And blue is levitation, which is pretty nice. That also means that the orange is guaranteed to be paralytic gas. And let's see, we got another pasty, and we've got 81 excess energy right now, so we'll go ahead and immediately brew that into a meat pie. Some extra value out of our food. Kill some enemies here. So this +2 Grim Assassin's Blade is just doing so much work. It's fighting so far outside of its weight class. I'm just impressed. Okay. Should be able to guarantee either an experience potion or a transmute scroll here, which is pretty nice. So we'll... Ooh, and we get to know that Yingwei is transmute. So we have a couple of those, I believe, as well. So I think the Ring of Wealth has given us quite a few. Yeah, we have 3 transmute scrolls, which is pretty nice. I don't think I necessarily want to transmute anything right now. I might consider transmuting my Wand of Magic Missile, because it's not very good. But I think I want to hold on to them for... So eventually you get to the point where you've done all of the alchemy you want to do during a run. And the Alchemist Scroll is no longer that useful to you, in my opinion. Or not the Alchemist Scroll, the Alchemist Kit. We're shooting this guy because we're out of line of sight, so we're safe to just take that kill from what looked like out in the open. Yeah, we're just going to go ahead and go down to the next floor now. But we do want to save those transmute scrolls for turning the Alchemist Kit into a more useful trinket eventually. Ooh, this is not ideal. We got a lucky paralyze immediately, which we're pretty happy with, but I don't think we're going to be able to get any more because of the focused. We want to be careful to take an attack here to clear the parry before we back out of the door. And, oh! We got some ethereal chains. That's real interesting. Excuse me. That looked like a Ring of Wealth drop, too. I didn't know Ring of Wealth could drop artifacts. I think we might actually equip the ethereal chains here and end our use of them. I think we're going to do that. We're just going to put them on over the Ring of Wealth. And the Ring of Wealth has been pretty good for us, but the ethereal chains benefit from being used to like level them up. So we'll go ahead and put them on a hotbar. Make sure that we use them more. And we don't need... Oh, somehow we kept that enemy asleep for being pulled. I didn't know the chains worked like that. That's pretty cool. So we were able to get 2 sneak attacks with the dagger, which is more than usual. Pretty happy about that. Should have checked if that chest was a mimic, but didn't get punished, so sometimes lucky. Let's see. I'm kind of getting secret door vibes from this room for some reason. It's unfortunate because now there's a monk there. They're much better at not getting destroyed by the elastic with the parry that they get to activate, though. It still took him out. We're I'm almost wondering if the play here is to put all of my is to put a lot of scrolls into the Arcana ring, because the Arcana is really doing work for us here this run. It's noticeable how strong our our elastic enchant is, or our grim enchant has been doing a lot. Our obfuscation seems like it's been coming in clutch quite a bit. Looks like we knocked the frost elemental through a door there. Finally heard something die in the distance, so we'll go ahead and move through there. Oh, there's another strength potion. I think that should bring us to 17 strength. I've got to remove curse. We don't necessarily need to yet. We're not actually hurt by the fact that our weapon is cursed, but we will want to unequip it eventually, most likely. So we'll just go ahead and spend the remove curse on it now. And we've been starving for a very long time, but we keep on picking up dewdrops and refilling our HP since our water skin is full. So don't wanna eat and clear the starving debuff until we start running low on HP. We've definitely reached to the point that we're no longer in danger of running out of food for any reason. And we get the kill on that guy pretty simply. That's pretty nice. We should be able to take all of these ghosts down with... I want to be careful not to use the frost wand on the ghost that's standing on top of the purity potion there. I believe that would have caused the purity potion to freeze and break if we did that. And we'll take care of the... Unfortunately, we've got a locked room here, so it's going to be kind of hard for us to kite... Luckily, we're able to just stand there and deliver, though. Grim Assassin's Blade continuing to be very, very good. We don't have the key for that room. Ooh, this is a Blazing Dwarf Warlock. That's not ideal. So what I'm actually going to do is, we're just going to use our chains to escape, because we're nowhere near water. That fight could really, really hurt us a lot. I'd rather just not take it in that part of the map. I'm much happier with trying to take the fight in this part of the map, because we can kite him over to where there's some water for us to... Yeah, there we go. And now we should be able to kill him relatively easily. And if we move around kind of cleverly like we did there, we're able to stay either line of sighted or in melee ranges of both warlocks at all times. So that could have been a little bit dangerous, but we were able to play around it by playing smart there, which is pretty happy. Or I'm pretty happy with that. So let's drink that strength potion. Do we have any bombs? We do not have any bombs. So I do wish we had a way to create fire. I'm strongly considering going back for some darts and tipping them with that fire seed to have access to fire against the frost elementals would be nice, but they're not causing us much of a problem, so I don't think I want to spend a lot of time backtracking to counter an enemy that we're already not having trouble with. We're still starving, but we've still got plenty of HP. We'll start shooting at this lightning elemental, and then when the fire elemental comes into range, we'll just get him with the frost wand. I think the lightning elemental's probably going to shoot us and blind us here, but we were on a line with him, so we should be able to just shoot down that line and get him eventually, which we did. Yeah, we got the heard something die in the distance. And I guess since we'd already seen the shock elemental too, it let us know that it was the shock elemental that died, which is kind of nice. It's another weakening trap. Not super happy about that. How do I want to handle that? I think we'll go ahead and take advantage of our good friends, the ethereal chains, to skip that weakening trap. Hopefully in both directions. Oh, probably shouldn't have used my... I guess that's a point in favor of putting all of our upgrade scrolls into the... or putting a lot of upgrade scrolls into the Ring of Arcana, is that it should cause Elastic to trigger nearly every time we shoot the Spirit Bow. That's pretty interesting. If I don't spend all of my upgrade scrolls or the majority of them by the end of this episode, I might do some reading on how elastic scales with ooh. Let's see, pull you through walls but not into them. What if I throw something on that door to open it up? Can I then? Yes, I can. Alright, I should have done that the same way the first time to save an extra link of the chains. Didn't, but I'm not going to be punished for it too much, luckily. Let's see, we'll get our sneak attack there. And we're still taking 0 damage from these zombies. Technically, the way that they... Ooh, we're not happy about... Ugh, real not happy about this. And I don't have enough links on my chain to get out of here. So what are we going to do? We're going to... I think I'm actually going to read a Scroll of Terror here, just to get myself some space. And now that we've gained some space, we'll go ahead and eat this meat pie, because that's pretty good. And then start shooting the zombies. Hopefully we can unterrify them and cause them to re-aggro and get the kills. So we did, actually. The monk is still running. Let's see. And it looks like he's gone far enough away that we're probably not seeing that monk again. Let's see, we've got a key, so we'll go ahead and spend it. Oh, there's the monk. And we knocked him into a door. I think that probably ate the parry, but we got lucky on our paralyzes there. I really do want to put upgrade scrolls into this Ring of Arcana right now, because our gear is doing fine. We're not, like, it's not like we're struggling to kill anything right now, and increasing the proc chance on this elastic weapon could be very, very strong. It's already doing a lot of work for us. At this point, our build is pretty much complete, I think, so we're just going to go ahead and grab the consumable side of this. Identify, Levitation, Lullaby, and Liquid Flame. Nothing crazy, nothing terrible. We're reasonably happy with everything there. Yeah, let's go ahead and go down to the next level. Let's see, floor 18... So this is where we're going to start getting golem spawns, and golem spawns are going to be a reasonable raise in difficulty for us, I think. So I am actually going to try, we're finally going to break the seal on our upgrade scrolls, and we're going to try, excuse me, we're going to try putting a couple of upgrade scrolls into our Arcana ring. So we'll get that up to a +4, and we'll see how obnoxious we can be with the Paralyze. And this monk should walk through to us. Unfortunately, the warlock is going to get away, and the warlock can't be paralyzed, so that's one of the issues, seemingly. Okay, we got a parry there with the point blank, and it does seem like elastic is proccing very consistently now, which... Okay, yeah, so I'm pretty happy with the decision to to put points into that Ring of Arcana. This isn't the most damage ever, but we are able to just... this is like killing fish with the spirit bow. That's hilarious. Okay, so +4 Ring of Arcana, pretty good with an elastic spirit bow. That's something I'm happy with. And that should affect our Grim Dagger pretty favorably as well. Obviously, or not obviously, but that is going to eventually fall off because the Grim still cares about the amount of damage that the hit that applies Grim does. So eventually that +2 Assassin's Dagger is just not going to do enough damage to have a respectable proc rate on Grim anyway. Ooh, we've got giant ghouls. Absolutely hate that. So I think we've aggroed the non-giant ones, and we'll let's see. Yeah, I am deeply in love with this Oh, you know, we can actually just shoot the giant enemies from here, and they can't do anything about it. They'll keep on coming into range. Oh, they can get into range of me. That's surprising. What if I throw an item there? Can I see if I can back up and... So we can't actually make that shot, which is unfortunate. And we're going to take a decent amount of damage, actually. I'm not super happy about that. Oh, that's why we weren't getting any paralysis procs, because the other zombie was right there behind him. I guess that makes sense. So, we're taking more damage than we'd like, but I don't think there's a way to kill... I don't think we have a way to kill giant dwarven ghouls without taking a decent amount of damage. And we got some pretty decent paralysis out of the elastic enchant at the end there. I probably should have, by the way, tried to go around and attack them from this angle. That might have been slightly better, but let's see how we got to handle this situation now. Go ahead and go through the door so that we fight these enemies one at a time, and we'll get some repeated sneak attacks here. We'll get a repeated sneak attack, I should say, and then a ton of dodges. Oh, we got another strength potion. That's never bad to get those. We'll get our 18 strength. Let's see what's there's something that's spazzing out on that door, and it is a monk, which would be dangerous, but the elastic is just gonna... Oh! Alright, moment of truth here. Let's see if we can trust our elastic enchant enough to... Yeah, we can trust our elastic enchant to just brute force our way into this monk's hallway. And unfortunately, the point blank is we're getting a ton of blocks here, so we're gonna go ahead and take an attack there and then get a Grim proc, luckily. Let's see, we're a little bit low, but we're not unhappy about the chance to let food regenerate us. We can always pop a couple more upgrade scrolls into our armor if we need to as well. I might upgrade it to +6 total, is probably what I'll end up doing eventually if I don't if I don't decide to put all of my upgrade scrolls into the Arcana ring, which I probably won't. That sounds like a good way to lose my run, but that is surprising that that's not a... Ooh, that's odd. Hopefully... Oh. I guess we'll just keep doing it. Though that hits us when we knock the enemy into a rock trap as well, unfortunately. Ooh, that's a great sword. That is a candidate for being our endgame item. Or endgame weapon. Let's see what affix it has on it. It's a Grim Greatsword as well. That's powerful. Especially since we're going in on the... Oh, did we somehow... Oh yeah, he teleported us past the... That's pretty spicy. So I think if I'm gonna have to step on at least one more rockfall trap here. I think if I step on this rockfall trap, that should give me access to all of these golds that are safe to pick up, as well as access to the exit. And then this one, that's also a rockfall trap, so we don't want to step on that. And there we go. We're pretty low here. We could get one shot by a monk or a... we could get one shot by a lot of things, so we're just going to go ahead and top our health off. We're going to lose some regeneration value there, unfortunately, but... Oh yeah, our obfuscation is really strong too. We were adjacent to that warlock for 2 tiles, and I don't think he noticed us until we attacked him because of the... Oh, well that was dumb. But the chains are gonna come in clutch and allow us to immediately jump to some water that would have been otherwise very far away. Oop, we're gonna finally fail our... Okay, so it does seem that the high evasion they have at the point blank range gives them a chance if they get close to me, but if we're able to just gun at them from range, the parry just isn't enough to stop elastic from proccing nearly every time. We're just gonna wait for that monk to get out of the way. I wonder if we're knocking them back further too, now that the Arcana is boosting the... I don't know, everything that it's doing seems very strong, so we're gonna definitely keep on taking advantage of that. I continue to be... Oh yeah, I want to check on that... Let's see, I think... Do we have 18 strength at this point? Do we have... Yeah, we do have 18 strength at this point. So I'm going to go ahead and equip the Grim Greatsword, and we'll identify it naturally by hitting things with it. And even if it is... Let's see, this does 6 to 30 damage with Grim, and this does 5 to 30 damage with Grim. So even if it's a +0 Greatsword, it's not going to be noticeably worse than the Assassin's Blade, other than the sneak attack case, where the Assassin's Blade does a lot of extra damage. But it should still be a completely fine and usable item, even if it's ultimately something where we're going to switch back to the Assassin's Blade until we spend our upgrade scrolls. We're able to shoot this ranged enemy because we've got grass blocking our line of sight that we can see through, but we don't need to see through it. Of course. We do if we accidentally move instead of shooting. Let's see, we're finally hungry again after... Man, and my inventory looks like I have a Horn of Plenty, almost, with how much food I've saved, and that's just from having the... I'm both playing around food in a way where I'm allowing myself to starve a lot when I won't get benefit from the healing of food, and also because the meat pies have given us a ton of extra food points. We've got an artifact and a ring. That's kind of unfortunate because we're probably not using either. I don't know. We'll go ahead and crack the ring because if it's a haste ring, we might find a way to fit a haste ring into our build. Yeah, so we'll grab the ring there. And it is a garnet ring of some kind. I guess I could equip that over the alchemist toolkit to try to identify it, but I have a couple identify scrolls, so we're just going to go ahead and identify it. And it is a evil ring of invasion. So I guess the parchment scrap doesn't stop the crystal chest rooms from giving you cursed items, which is good to know. And evasion's not good enough that I care about using it anyway, I think. Or, like, it's not bad, but it's definitely not better than what we're running already. Alright, immediate Grim proc after hitting it for 19, so that's a strong showing for our Grim Greatsword to right off the bat. Let's see if I want to... We've got a couple extra levitation potions, so we'll go ahead and turn the levitation potion here into a Featherfall elixir so that we can and that will pretty much only allow us to fall once, but technically, like, if I was traversing like after a backtrack and just jumping down floors as quick as possible, then we might be able to get a couple of... because we get 50 turns of free fall, and it looks like the falling down a room only costs 10 turns, so... It's, I don't know, we used a levitation potion and 10 energy instead of a healing potion there, which could be worth it, could not be. If I'm being entirely honest, I think I used it more just to make use of the Featherfall potion, because I almost never use that potion, and I like using all of the items in the game, so... I don't actually think it was better than just using the health potion. That probably would have mattered, like if I was doing a run where I had like the pharmaphobia on, or whatever the one is that makes health potions poison you instead of healing you. Get that kill from out of line of sight. Let's see. We finally got the imp there. Unfortunately, we're gonna kill this golem before we get to the imp. Oh, I see a Wand of Blastwave up there, too. That's pretty exciting. Get another scroll of upgrade, get some keys. The imp does want golems, so technically we would have been a little bit more efficient to find a way to talk to the imp before we killed that golem, but whatever, not a big deal. Ooh, we got another experience potion. I'm not super impressed with the Warden talents on Tier 3. I guess I could get some extra points in Seer Shot, or maybe some more points in Durable Tips, but I think I'm actually going to go ahead and use that, so let's go ahead and immediately turn that Experience Potion into a Divine Inspiration Potion. And then we will drink that Divine Inspiration Potion and put those points in Tier 4. And we'll get the points in Tier 3 if we find a third one, but I would rather have the extra talent points in Tier 4 eventually than the extra talent points in Tier 3 now, if I have to choose, is my take on that. We also are just going to glance at our inventory. I don't think there's any alchemy that we particularly want to do right now. It's kind of unfortunate that the paralysis potion is unidentified, and I can't make my arcane armor elixir. Go ahead and open that chest. And there's our first golem of the golem hunt. Hopefully we can... Ooh, we've got 2 melee enemies here to elastic. You'll see how strong the... Yeah, I guess the elastic is strong enough to handle 2 separate enemies in a long corridor like this. That's just so much fun. Very, very powerful. I'm very happy with the decision to put upgrade scrolls into this Ring of Arcana. It seems to be paying off in spades so far. Alright, hopefully we can get that golem without waking up the warlock is ideal. And then we'll just keep on shooting at that spot. That'll hit him even when he moves forward occasionally. And I'm really wondering if that's actually going to work out for us obnoxiously well for that golem's sake that he teleported us, because that monk was getting real close, and we're pretty happy to not be in melee range of the monk there. That was not planned, but pretty exciting. Go ahead and beat on this dwarf warlock for a little bit. I see 8 and 12. Some pretty low damage hits, so we're not super confident about this being a super high upgrade great sword. We're gonna go ahead and take advantage of the we did trigger the alarm trap there obviously, but we've got a bit of a corridor to kill things from, so we should be able to get a decent amount of mileage out of this. I'm going to try to kill this monk first, because I'm more worried about his dodging affix than anything else. And then the fire elemental has a ranged attack, so we'll go ahead and kill that. Oh, we got blocked by the... Oh, this is so great. Yeah, the elastic, very good on the spirit bow. It seems that an elastic pickup on the spirit bow could, especially with the Ring of Arcana here, making it 100%. But even before we had that, it's not like the elastic spirit bow was any semblance of weak. It's been very strong for the entire game. So we'll keep on taking advantage of that. And what do we get? We get a war scythe. A war scythe is that's actually one of the weapons that we want to consider. Unfortunately, it was dropped by a guardian, which looks like the parchment scroll didn't affect that, or probably doesn't affect it because it doesn't have an enchantment on it, which is better or worse depending on how you look at it. Better in that you don't have to deal with an enemy with an enchanted weapon, but worse in that you don't get an enchanted weapon for your troubles. We're going to keep backing up there. Hopefully and the guardian doesn't want none, which is kind of unfortunate because I don't really want to... I saw a monk moving down south. Okay, we're able to get that monk pretty well now, which is nice. And he doesn't have enough armor that we're not wrecking him with the spirit bow, which is nice. We do have to keep in mind that there's another guardian running around up north there, so we don't want to completely let our guard down. We've got quite a few boomerangs, but we don't really have a lot of value for using a ranged weapon that isn't the spirit bow right now. So we're probably either going to end up selling those or making a lot more telekinetic grabs since we have the energy to do so. Let's see, I think this is a piece of cursed armor guaranteed from this. Yeah, there we go. That's a plate armor. And I think that one is going to have a glyph on it, but I think it'll still be cursed because it came from a crypt. Yeah, and our greatsword is actually worse than the Assassin's Blade here. Yeah, we're doing 6 to 30 with 3 bonus damage versus 5 to 30 with no bonus damage. So if we were putting the upgrade scrolls into that weapon, it would be better to upgrade the greatsword, but since I'm not quite sold on using my upgrade scrolls yet, I want to hold out a little bit longer. We're gonna go back to using the Grim Assassin's Blade here. It was we can consider the Scythe as well too. That does a lot of damage, but it is less accurate than normal, which means that we would absolutely have to be really paying attention to sneak attack kiting, which hopefully the obfuscation will prevent the warlock from seeing us, and we can just get... Nope, the warlock is going to see us, though. Luckily, with point blank and a huge arcana ring, we're just... I'm going to step one tile back to not take the small accuracy penalty of point blank shooting at this point, but I'm just going to trivially get that. That's actually the fourth... Ooh, what is our summoned guardian? It's a flail. So we both don't care about getting that item, and we're not worried about that enemy at all, because the flail is a joke. That monk is probably going to beat on us for a little bit. Like to get away from this situation, so I think I'm gonna cast the chains out of line of sight here and make a little bit of distance. Fortunately, it's going to bring us right into the clutches of the warlock, but the warlock didn't see us, so that's fine. We've got that second warlock aggroed. Unfortunately, we lost the guardian again. We would really like to be able to kill the monk or the guardian at range here. Excuse me. Let's see. Actually, the +2 Grim Assassin's Blade is going to be somewhat better than the +0 Grim Greatsword, because the minimum damage on this is actually 9 instead of the 5 that the Greatsword does minimum. So that should... And I guess the maximum damage is also 3 higher at that point as well. Somehow that monk didn't see us despite literally being shot by us. Don't understand it, but we'll take it. I think we've got the guardian here in a kill combo now, and it looks like the monk probably went through that door as well. So there we go. We got the flail. Go ahead and kill this fire elemental with the frost wand. Very useful to have that frost wand, and very good to remember. Oh, we still need to turn in... If the enemies would ever let us get to... Let's see. Oop, that's not great. And of course we get parried there. How do I want to deal with this? I think I'm just going to, let's see. What do we want to do here? I'll just plant a seed of Earthroot, gain some earth and armor. Yeah, there we go. We've got 27 bark skin and 9 extra bark skin separately, which is the opposite of what bark skin says it will do when you receive multiple sources of bark skin. But that must be a like a special goodie, because the warden is better with plants than average. I don't even know why we care about the melee weapon if we're just going to try to kill everything with the elastic. Let's see, what ring did we get? We got a ring of completely useless. I don't think the Ring of Elements does anything in any build. I think it's just bad. To start off with, there are relatively few enemies that even are affected by the damage reduction of the Ring of Elements at all. Just because not that many enemies do elemental damage. We should have got to range with this guy before shooting him again. But that's okay. We were able to take him down. And let's go ahead and do floor 20. This is going to be a little bit harder than because we're not going to be able to make as much use, I think, of the elastic enchant. But I guess we'll see. We've still got We've still got ape upgrade scrolls that I could be using, but I really, really want to hold out for a glaive. I would really like to use the glaive. And it looks like not predictably necessary, but the elastic still seems like it's doing pretty decent work. We're pretty happy with that. Fortunately, it only knocks the Dwarf King. I really can't record another video while I'm sick. This is becoming very obnoxious, and it can't be pleasant to listen to, I imagine. This is absolutely not the best strategy we've ever had for the Dwarf King. We're taking quite a bit of damage here, so I think we're gonna revisit just a little bit and kite a little bit more. And that's probably to be expected too, with the fact that I'm trying to continue to be greedy and save 8 of my upgrade scrolls into the demon halls, but it's not that bad. We've got an incredible set of luck from the items that have dropped so far. So, what do we want to do here? We're gonna freeze, or not freeze, but chill the monk that's there. And really wish I had some extra speed. Yeah, we actually could have died to that hit, which would have been bad. So we're gonna use some kind of potion to make this better. What do I want to do? I think I'm actually just gonna plant the seed of starflower and get the we'll get some blessed from that, which will increase our dodge significantly, and we're also going to be increasing our, is that wand recharge? Wands and staffs. So it looks like that's just wand recharge, which unfortunately isn't going to affect our artifacts, which is what we were kind of hoping for. But I guess these artifacts don't get much benefit from that either way. We'll use a health potion here and root everything, and we'll just start working on the enemies with all this extra dodge that we've got. Hopefully that'll keep us alive a little bit longer than we should otherwise be kept alive. Let's go ahead and step on the grass. I guess that's the other nice thing, is that it makes a ton of grass to to give us bark skin. And then I think I'm going to go ahead and use my last Firebloom seed to go and activate the Imbued with Fire, which is going to give us a decent amount of damage from setting this patch of grass on fire. It'll also allow us to repeatedly revisit this patch of burnt grass to... this is really unfortunate that we've got so many zombies on us, and our fire has run out. Yeah, there we go. We're no longer immune to the fire, but this setting the fire there... Ooh, we really don't like that the Dwarf Warlock is spawned here on us. So, unfortunately, this one zombie is going to keep all of them alive. Unless, there we go. We finally got a kill on the zombies. We should have been killing them much earlier and like thinning out the herd, but we didn't. We're not taking damage from the boss, it seems, which is pretty nice. So there we go. We'll just and now we've gotten back into quite a nice elastic. Oop, we've got another warlock that we really don't want to let shoot at us. So luckily the boss will just teleport him there for us, and we'll be able to get a Grim proc. We'll be able to get a couple Grim procs. So we didn't handle it super well, but we're using such powerful gear at this point that it doesn't matter if we handle things super well. It's kind of very impressive, I think. Try to group up these enemies a little bit, and then I don't have any seeds that are great for the... We don't have... we would be looking for poison or fire seeds to do AoE, which I have neither of, but I have a bunch of those potions, so we're going to go ahead and throw a toxic gas potion up there, which is going to have a double effect of rooting a lot of enemies, which is real nice. And then we'll try to leave them in the poison gas as much as possible. Yeah, we're gonna tank a couple of hits here, just because that causes all of the zombies to stay in the poison gas, which we took some damage there, but I think ultimately it's going to be damage that was worth taking. Let's get this Warlock next, probably. I don't think we're spawning any monks this round, so it's not that dangerous. And also, I think I want to actually escape this. I tried to go too far, didn't I? Can I not? Oh yeah, I can chain that far. And then let's see what we're gonna do to them. Let's actually let's go ahead and throw a fire potion there, which has extra effect on the Huntress because it's gonna create a bunch of grass, which then immediately burns and harms everything pretty significantly. So hopefully we'll just be able to take everything down now. Hopefully we can kill that zombie before. I really don't want to let that Warlock degrade me, but I don't want to spend any consumables either, and punished immediately. So, luckily, because I haven't actually spent any upgrade scrolls, that's just going to reduce the level of my plate armor and my ring by 1, so it's not actually that bad, which is not what I wasn't expecting that going in, but since it's happened, I'm pretty happy with it. Yeah, we're actually at pretty much full capacity for doing stuff here, because we've got our bark skin on, our degraded items are only reduced by a small amount. It's actually pretty strong. And we're still taking very little damage because the bark skin is keeping us very, very tanky. And we're not doing a ton of damage per hit, but at this point we're basically just fishing for Grim procs on the higher health enemies, which seems to be working out because nothing else seems to be able to deal reasonable damage to us. So it'd obviously be a much different run if we were running on higher challenges with like Faith is my armor or something like that, but we're not, so this is the final phase here, so we're just gonna unfortunately somehow still get hit by that Warlock. Once a decent number of enemies spawn, we're gonna find that we have no stones of challenge, or stones of, I think challenge is the one. Targeting, aggression, I don't know. So instead, we're just gonna throw another toxic gas potion, root everything, and then we're gonna drink an invisibility potion here to finish out the rest of this fight. And we're gonna keep a little bit of an eye on the boss. I think he should be I can't even see the boss anymore. Okay, where is he? He's got how much deferred damage? He's got 36 deferred damage, so he's not quite gonna die of natural causes yet. So I'm actually gonna move back towards him just to try to body block him into staying in the poison. He's still taking quite a bit of damage from that. He's at 46 down to 34 now, so he's still not quite going to die, but we should be able to wait till most of that deferred damage is triggered. I'm going to wait out the rest of the duration of this invisibility potion, and then we're going to try to kill him from there. This is going to be a little bit dicey because a lot of enemies have spawned at this point. So we just deferred 17 on him. He should be dying now, and we could probably pop another escape potion or scroll or seed or something like that. But we've actually got no dangerous enemies attacking us right now. Okay, now we've got a monk and a golem on us. So I guess the golems will just ping-pong us for a little bit. I've actually never done this fight where I had to decide which enemies could attack me towards the end of it. The Dwarf King is definitely dead at this point, so I think we're going to actually just stand in place. That should be the thing that causes the fewest enemies to be able to hit me. And then I think if I move 1 north here, that'll get us completely surrounded, but the Dwarf King is going to die on the next tick. So that looked a little bit dangerous, but I think we were actually just safe that entire time. I guess that's a hidden benefit of running through the game on really low upgraded weapons and armor, is that the degraded effect from the Warlocks just didn't matter almost at all. Put on the Dwarf King's crown. Let's see. Range strike from her melee weapon. All the normal weapon effects of a melee weapon will activate, including enchantments. Depending on what enchantment we get on... I still want a glaive. The glaive has the highest damage scaling in the game. It shares that with the flail. And it's also a ranged weapon. And it is slow, but that doesn't make it bad. We're going to save this greatsword because a Grim Greatsword is... We're not going to be happy if we end up using a Grim Greatsword as our primary weapon that we upgrade. That's still a very strong item, so we're going to hold on to that for now. We'll go ahead and use an upgrade or an identify scroll to figure out what that emerald ring is. That's a +1 ring of energy. That wand, artifact, and heroic armor charge. That could actually be pretty relevant for the ascent, so we're going to hold on to that. If we don't get a good artifact reroll from rerolling the alchemist toolkit, that ring might actually be useful. So we're not going to sell that. Unfortunately, there's no glaive here still. We've got some blinding darts. I don't know. Let's go ahead and end the episode here. I'm probably going to backtrack down to floor 6 and try to catch all of the secret rooms, and I'm going to do that off camera because I don't think that's interesting content. So yeah, when I start the next episode, my inventory will be slightly different. But for now, if you have any questions or anything you want to see in the future, go ahead and leave me a comment, and I will try to reply to you as soon as I can. And other than that, hope everybody enjoyed the video, and I will catch you all next time. Bye-bye.